While I do not use this for gaming but more for video production, overall for the value, this is an excellent desktop. It is also very quiet. I was disappointed that he could not expand out to 32 megs of RAM, but 16 is fine for what I do. Also, for those who do game, HP loaded this various prepackaged gaming software which I quickly deleted off. The SSD drive is great and quiet, and the Volume 1 TB hard drive for storing my videos and other rarely used files is great as well and easily accessible. A lot of USB ports, one HDMI port and another VGA port, so if you use dual monitors like I do, the config is there, but you will more than likely need adapter. This desktop is great. I was looking for a desktop with a 1660T and most are around the $900 1000s. So yeah, most of them are very overpriced compared to the Pavilion. None of them had a 1TB SSD, most had a 1TB HDD and a 256GB SSD or a 512GB SSD. Performance is amazing, all of my games load up very quickly, and with 16GB of RAM, the i5 and the 1660T, there is no lag whatsoever. The only issue I had with it so far is when it first arrived, my monitor wouldn't recognize it. I think the problem was the HDMI cable I had, which was faulty, and also I was turning it on with my mouse and keyboard plugged in. Once I removed those, it finally worked with the monitor. Easy to set up. Great performance so far. There is only one HDMI port and one display port. I was not familiar with DisplayPort. In order to connect both a monitor and VR/Vive headset, I needed to buy a DisplayPort to HDMI adapter at local Best Buy, $25. That worked very well. It should be included or at least recommended for VR-ready computers. This was the fastest shipping ever. Ordered at around 3 PM and it was delivered FedEx the next day before 11 AM. That was really a surprise. The computer is small size-wise, but nothing small about the speed. Was surprised the power supply was not the norm but a custom HP supply, but happy it is platinum rated. Does not even get warm. Excellent video card with fast RAM. Was easy to set up and has Kingston flash drive that boots almost immediately. Very quiet and all my software runs fine on it. I could not find a better deal with these specifications anywhere. February 2nd, 2020 had more time to run some really large games, and the case it's so small. It can really get hot inside. Right now if I run those and if they raise the CPU really high, just slide off the side panel and all is well. Needed the 1660T but not all the other bells and whistles. i5 is plenty for gaming with 1TB SSD, it's the perfect price point for flawless gaming at 1080p. You will need a HDMI to DisplayPort adapter if you want to run a monitor and a VR headset that both require a DisplayPort. There is one HDMI and one DisplayPort on this system. Pros: FPS. The 1660T 6GB is a great card. All game I play, the FPS on high at 1080 is excellent. Note: did not test on 4K as I don't have a 4K monitor. CPU is not the fastest but it more than gets the job done. Click link in description for more reviews.